We are learning about strings in C# programming language, and in the previous video we were talking about the nature of the string. The nature of the string is immutability. It means if you are making any change in the string by using the string class methods or by using the C# operators, then every time you will get a new string. And this is something that was impacting the performance of our application. If we are in a situation where we need to make so many changes in the existing string, then the normal approach is not good. There is something that we have to use for this operation, and the answer is StringBuilder. In this video we will talk about everything about the StringBuilder class that we have in C# and what is the difference in between a string and the StringBuilder and how to work with this StringBuilder. Okay, let's talk about the string and the StringBuilder. String and StringBuilder, both of them are used to store the text. Text means the collection of characters. It means if you are having any kind of string which is the combination of characters or text, then we can store it either in a string or in the StringBuilder. The main work of both these types is to store the text, but behind the scene they work in a different way. The main difference is that the string class works on immutability concept while the StringBuilder class works on the mutability of the string. It means if we are using the StringBuilder class and we are making any change in that string, then we will not get a new string. Rather, there will be changes in the existing one. And this is something that will improve the performance of the application. Now let's understand how this StringBuilder class works in the C# programming language. This StringBuilder class is available inside system.text namespace. So we have to include that namespace over here in this application. We can simply use system.text like this. Now we can create a new instance of this class. So here I'm writing where SB. You can give any meaningful name over here. I'm writing SB for StringBuilder, but you can give any meaningful name to this particular object. Why I'm saying this object? This is because we are creating the new instance of this class, and this is something, a new concept that we will learn in upcoming videos. This is one of the major concept of object-oriented programming. In simple terms, just understand that we are having a class, and if I need to work with that class, I need to create the instance. And to create the instance, we need to use this new keyword. And if we are creating the new instance, then we call it as an object. It means this SB is a new object of this StringBuilder class. Now there are three main things in this StringBuilder class. First is the length, second is capacity, and third is the maximum capacity. We need to understand how this StringBuilder class works. When we create a new instance of this StringBuilder class, then the question is how much space will it take in memory? And the answer is that it depends on how we are using this StringBuilder class. Let's understand everything one by one. So here in this console.writeLine message, I am writing three things. First is capacity, and here I am writing this dollar symbol, and immediately you will see that over here I can write a particular variable like this. This concept is called as string formatting, and this is something that we will learn in upcoming video. But if you are watching this concept for the first time, so what we are doing over here is we are basically creating a message. So this is something that is hard coded and this part is dynamic. So in the output window, we will get the message like capacity is equals to whatever the capacity of this StringBuilder class is. Now I will create two more lines. In the next one, I'm going to write the maximum capacity, and in the third one I will write the length. So here I will use the max capacity, and here I will use this length. These capacity, max capacity, and the length, these are three properties that we have in this StringBuilder class. See what I'm doing over here. I'm getting simply the object of this StringBuilder class, and I'm not assigning any kind of value to this StringBuilder. And now in the output window, I'm displaying three things. First is the capacity, second is the maximum capacity, and third is the length. Let's run this application to see the output. On the output window, you can see we are having this output. The output is the default capacity of StringBuilder class is 16. 16 means 16 characters, and this is the maximum capacity, and this is the current length. And these numbers represents basically the number of characters. It means when we are creating a new instance of this StringBuilder class, it is taking some space in memory. The space is equal to the 16 characters. and this is the maximum capacity, and this is the length. This length is basically the current number of characters that are available in this string builder class. Now let's understand how to add some text in this string builder class, and for that there are again couple of ways. First way is I can define that thing in this constructor. So for example, here I'm writing Nitish. It means what I'm doing over here is now I'm creating the new instance of the string builder class, and by default I'm assigning this value, right? Let's run this application again and see what is the output. This time you will notice that the default capacity is 16, max capacity is still the same, but the length is 6. Where this length is coming from? This length is coming from these number of characters. There are total 6 number of characters in this string builder. This current object still have the space of 10 more characters. Now let's append 10 more characters over here, and let's see again what is the output. And if you want to append some more string in this string builder class, then you can use some methods that are available in this string builder class. First I'm going to use this append. In this append I will write, let's say it is cosec. Now again let's run this application and see what we have. This time you will notice the length is 13. Let's count the characters. These are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it means there are total 13 length. Still it has some more space of 3 characters. Now let's append 3 more characters over here. So let's say it is 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's run this application and this time see what is the output. The current capacity of this string builder class is 16 characters, and we have already assigned 16 characters to this one. Now what will happen if I will add one more character or append one more character over here? So either we can append it in this same append method, or I can also write one more. So I'm writing sb.append, and again this time let's add only one, or simply a. Let's run this application again and see what is the interesting output this time. This time you will notice the capacity has been increased to double. Earlier it was 16, but now it is 32. Now let's understand how it works. When we create the new instance of string builder class, by default it will take the space in memory, and the space would be equal to 16 characters, right? So it means in that instance we can store 16 characters, but when the length of this string builder will be greater than to the capacity, then the capacity would be double. It means earlier it was taking the space of 16 characters, now it will take the space of 32 characters. In the same way, if you will add 33 characters over here, then it would be double again. So it would be 64 characters, and this is how it works. What is the maximum capacity? This is the maximum capacity. The maximum capacity is equal to the int32.max value. So whatever is the maximum value of your integer, that would be the maximum capacity of this particular string builder class. There are a couple of more interesting concepts over here. While creating the instance of this string builder class, we can define what would be the default capacity or what would be the max capacity. Now let's understand how to define the default capacity of this string builder class. And for that I would like to have a look on this string builder class. So just right click on this one and choose this go to definition. Here you will notice we are having so many methods, properties and constructors. Let's collapse all of them. Here you can notice this is the string builder class, and these are some internal fields and these are some private fields, and here are some constructors. So basically while we are creating the instance of a class, the constructor plays a very important role. We are having this parameterless constructor. It means we can create the instance, and that is something we were doing earlier. So if you are using this approach, then the default capacity would be 16. You can also pass the default capacity in your string builder class. So for example, here I'm passing only 10. Okay, and let's comment this particular thing for a while. Let's run this application and let's see what is the output. This time you will notice the default capacity of this string builder class is 10. It means this string builder class is taking some space in memory, and that space is equal to 10 characters. Although we have not assigned any kind of character in this string builder, but it is taking some space of 10 characters. Now if you will assign some characters, for example this one, so these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 characters. This time you will notice we are having the 11 characters. It means it is more than 10. Immediately the capacity is doubled and it is 20 now. So this is how it works. Now let's understand, what if I want to set the max capacity in this string builder class? Do we have something for that also? Yes, we do have. So we can also pass direct and string over here. We can also pass string and the capacity, and here is one more method. We can pass this default capacity and the max capacity. Let's do that. So over here I'm gonna pass 15. It means the default capacity of this string builder is 10 and this is the maximum capacity. It means it can only store maximum up to 15 characters. Let's run this application and let's see what is the output. The max capacity is 15 and the current length is 11. Let's append some more characters over here. So here I'm writing B, C, D, E. Run this application. And now you will see we have reached to the limit of max capacity. It means the current length and the max capacity both are equal. Now what will happen if I will append one more character over here? So here I'm appending one more and let's run this application. This time you will notice we are getting an exception, which is out of range exception. It means we have made an error and this program is not able to run. And that is why we are having this exception. What is this exception? It is saying the length cannot be greater than the capacity, right? And that is something we are doing over here. This is how we can define the capacity, the length, and the max capacity. Now let's talk about the default concepts. So here I'm gonna remove both of them and we will work with the default settings. Now let's talk about how to add more characters over here. To add the more characters, we have a couple of methods. The first and widely used method is this append. It means we are appending some characters in this string builder. Now let's understand what we have in the string builder. So I'm gonna run this application in debug mode this time. Okay, so let's see what we have in this string builder. Here you will notice that this is the capacity, this is the length, and this is the max capacity. If I will expand this one, and here we are in this chunks of characters, then you will notice we are having all the characters one by one over here. Now let's talk about our second method. The second method is this append line. We can use sb dot append line. It is not always mandatory to use this sb name. You can give any meaningful name over here and it would work. This append line is something that will append a new line after this string. And there is one more very important concept, which is how to get the actual string from this string builder class. So for that, let's put again a console.writeLine, and this time I will use this toString method. So if you will apply two string methods on this string builder object, then you will get the actual string. Okay, so on the output window this time we will have four things. First is the actual string, second is the capacity, the max capacity, and the length. Let's run this application this time. Here you will notice we are having this entire string and we are having this line break just because of this append line. If for a while I will comment this particular method and run it again, then you will notice there will not be any kind of line over there and we have the entire string only in one single line. But this is the method which you can apply. There is one more alternate for this method, and which is, for example, if I'm using sb dot append, and in the append this time I'm gonna use this n. This n also represents a new line. So let's run this application again, and here you can see we are getting the output in next line, right? You can use any one of them, it is your choice. Now there are few more things that we can use in this append line. Let's right click on this one and choose go to definition. So here you can notice we can use this append line, or we can also pass some values in this append line. It means it will do two things. First, it will add some characters and then it will add a new line. Let's do that. So this is random. Let's comment this thing. So what we are having this first append method, then the append line method, and then this append method again. Let's run this application. Here you can notice, so this is the string from this first method, then we are having this random from the second one, and we are having a new line. This is because this append line method, and then we are having this a b c d e f over here. So why we are doing this, why we are using this append method multiple times? This is because, for example, if you are having a for loop, or based on some logic you want to make some changes in this string builder class, for example I want to run it 10 times, then you can use simply the append method over here, and this is how it would work. right? So if I comment or remove all these things, let's run this application. See, we are having this entire string 10 times over here. And what is the benefit? In the previous video, we were also in the same situation where we were simply using the string class. And as per the concept of previous video, where we were simply using the string class, if you are appending or making some change in the string, then every time you will get a new string. But here in this string builder class, there will not be any kind of new string. There will only be the changes in the existing one, and you will get only the mutable string. Right? There are few more methods that we can use, which is append format. This append format is something that works on string.format method. So as per this method, we can pass some dynamic things in this string formatting. So this is basically a concept of string formatting that we will learn maybe in next video. And as per this concept, for example, here I am having this 0 and 1, and here I can pass the dynamic things. For example, here I'm passing 12 and 15. So what it will do, it will replace this first one with this first value and the second one with this second value. And this is just a concept. There are so many things that we can do in this string formatting, and let's understand how it will work now. So in the entire string, you will see we are having both of them. So this is the exact part that we are getting from this particular line. Okay, and because this loop is running 10 times, that is why we are getting this entire data 10 times on the output window. So this string formatting is a concept that we will learn in the upcoming video, and it is again a very interesting concept. Let's talk about few more concepts over here. Let's simply keep it append and just remove this thing. Okay, now let's say I have a requirement where I need to insert some data at a particular index in this string builder. How to do that? For that, we are having one method which is insert. So here I can do sp dot insert, and let's say at the 0 index I need to append a, right? So just to verify the output, I will display this value 2 times. First I'm displaying this value before inserting this thing, and then after inserting this a, again I'm displaying this value on the output screen. Let's see what is the output. Here you can notice this is the output from this first line, and then we are applying this sp.insert, and again we are displaying this value on the console window, and this time you can see we are having this a at the 0 index. So this is how you can insert your character at a particular place. For example, you want to insert it at 10th index, then you can simply put 10 over here. Let's run this application again, and this time you will notice that this value is started from the 10th index. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and here we have all 4 characters. Let's talk about one more method from this string builder class, which is replace. If you need to replace something, and this replace is kind of similar to what we have seen in the previous video, which was the string. Here you have to pass 2 things. First is the target value, and second is the new value. For example, here I'm passing this Nitish, and I want to replace all the Nitish with this Kaushik. Let's run this application. This time you will notice, so this is the data from this first line, then we are inserting it at the 10th index, and now we are replacing all the Nitish with this Kaushik. So this Nitish has been replaced with Kaushik. This has not been replaced. Why? Because we have inserted this a in the middle of this NRTISH. That is why it is as it is, and again rest of the name has been replaced with this new string. This is how you can work with the string builder class in C# application. Now let's understand where should we use the string, or where should we use the string builder class. Because the string builder is mutable, it doesn't mean that you have to use this string builder class everywhere in your C# application. The string class is also very important, and it plays a very important role. If you are having a situation where you need to make only some limited changes in your string, then it is always recommended to use the string class, not the string builder class. Also, if you need to perform any kind of search on your string, for example contains, index of, start with, end with, those methods, then it is always recommended to use the string class, because these search operations are not available in this string builder class. But on the other hand, if you are in a situation where you do not know the number of operations that you need to perform on the string, for example here now we are making 10 and in future we are making 20, and we do not know the exact number of operations on this string, then it is always recommended to use this string builder class. If you are using the string builder class only for 2 to 3 operations, then you will not see any kind of change. But for major operations, you will see definitely a performance improvement in your application. That is all about this string builder class. I hope the concept of string builder is clear. If you are having any doubt in this string builder class, make sure to clear it, because this is something that will be asked definitely in the interviews as well. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.